Hello, beautiful, bright, shiny souls. It's Marte Siebenhar, QHHT Practitioner. Today, let's talk about the high self. We can't really talk about the high self without also talking about the personality self, and since the personality self is probably more familiar, let's start there. Your personality self is the person that you really identify as. So this is your personality, these are your beliefs, this is how you look, this is all of the lived experiences and how they have shaped you as a human being, including how you've treated people, how people have treated you, all of the experiences that you've had that are beautiful, joyful, and also not so beautiful and joyful. Your personality self is actually part of you that is a co-creator with your high self. So let's talk about the high self. The high self is the eternal, forever part of you. It's kind of like the mainframe computer or the cloud, let's just say. And the personality self is the device that is gathering information and uploading it back to the mainframe or uploading it back to the cloud. So without both, you don't really have a model that works. But also, if you think about your lifetime, let's use another metaphor. Your lifetime is like a drop in the ocean of your soul, of your higher self, of your source, of whatever you want to call it, the greater part of you. The greater part of you is something that some people might challenge, but if you've ever had an experience where you were out of body or you were meditating and you noticed that you had thoughts, but they were not thoughts that you identified with personally as being you, you've had an experience of the high self. So when we have that bit of detachment from our minds and from our emotions, we can actually see that we are more. There is more, and we are more than our physical bodies, our senses, and what we can actually see and experience from a very concrete point of view. Your personality self and your high self have to be partners. It doesn't work without both of them being part of the process. And then let's talk about, why is your high self important? Undoubtedly, you have questions. You have things that have happened to you that have been very painful that you've either wanted to look at and unpack and heal, or things that you have decided you're going to kind of ignore and bury. And I've done that too. I've done both. One of the cool things about discovering your high self is that when you see that when you are knowing that you are more, you can start to operate more from that higher perspective, from that big perspective that knows that you're a drop in the ocean, a whole bunch of lifetimes in order to gather experience. So your high self needs your personality self to be here experiencing all of the human experiences that you're here experiencing so that it can grow and learn and evolve. So this partnership is super important. When you start to access your high self, which you can do 100% of the time through meditation, journaling, relaxing, dancing, and hypnosis, which of course is what I work with. When you're working in concert with your high self, you have clarity, you have guidance. If you don't know your purpose, it's one way to get on board with that. And it also helps you just remember that you are more than what you are living. The things that are painful are the things that are hard, because the high self part of us is pure love, it is pure knowledge, it is pure beauty, and it is guiding you 100% of the time. That's just a little bit about your high self and your personality self. I hope you'll tune in to more, and we'll be unpacking a whole bunch of these topics in the weeks to come. Just remember, until then, you're beautiful, you're powerful, and you're amazing. See you next time.